Welcome to your Pilates Fit practice. Meet me in child's pose with your knees wide, big toes touching. Sink your hips back into your heels. Reach your arms forward and soften your forehead to the mat as you take some expansive breaths in and out through the nose. This is a time to connect with ourselves and a time to set our intention for our practice today. When you're ready, press your hands into the earth, rise onto all fours for our cat-cow sequence. Drop the belly, lift the chin as you inhale. Exhale, press your hands into the mat and round your spine. Continue to arch and round, one breath, one movement. Here we are warming up our spine, ready for the session today, and continuing to deepen our connection with our body and our breath. Come to a flat back or spinal neutral position now. Gather the core and extend your right leg behind you. Exhale, draw the knee to nose, rounding your spine. Inhale to return to that flat back position. Continue this movement, trying to get the knee as close to your nose, perhaps even touching your nose if you can. When you extend your leg behind you, ensure that you're not lifting your leg so high that you lose that connection with the core and spinal neutral. From here, we're going to sweep our right leg out to the side, and as we do so, we can look towards that toe or that foot as it comes in line with your shoulder or as far round as possible. We've got two more, stay with it. And on this last one, bend your back knee, flex your foot and take the knee down towards the mat, then press the heel as high as you can, again without changing that spinal position. We're gathering through the core here, drawing the rib cage in towards the mid-body and keeping that alignment from the ear through the shoulder to the hip. You're here for a few more. Remember to exhale to press, inhale to lower. When you're ready, take your last rep, and our next pose is called puppy dog pose. We walk the hands out to the end of the mat, extend the fingers, and then draw the chest and the forehead down to the mat. This is a very vulnerable and open position through the chest and the shoulders, so breathe deeply here. Allow your heart to melt to the floor whilst keeping your hips high over your knees. A long inhale through the nose, followed by a matching exhale. When you're ready, rise back to your tabletop, and here we take our second round of cat-cow. So inhale through the nose, round the spine. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. See if you can connect with a deeper breath here, or perhaps get a little bit more mobility or movement through your entire spine. So it's not just for the lower back, it's for the area between the shoulder blades, which can quite often get stuck. So this is a good mobility drill for you to practice at any time of the day. Come back to spinal neutral, gather the core, perhaps even lift the pelvic floor muscles now. Extend the left leg behind you as you inhale, exhale, draw knee to nose. Keep your fingertips spread out and pressing down into your mat. A firm foundation through your fingers will ensure that your shoulders stay still over top of your wrists. Continue those exhales as you draw the knee to nose. Can you touch the two together? If not, it's all good. And on this last one, we start our hip abduction. So exhale to bring the leg out to the side, looking towards the toes. Inhale, bring the leg back in line with the body. Just check in with yourself. Is your lower back still sort of not arching or rounding? Is it staying neutral? so your ear, shoulder, and hip are in alignment. Now bending that back knee and take yourself into the donkey kick position. Inhale to lower the knee without changing the spinal position. Exhale, press the heel up to the sky with a flexed foot. Again, we're just going to check in with ourselves. Are we remembering to breathe? And we're not changing our head position here. You've got a few more. One breath, one movement. And then we'll come back into our 4-point position and tuck the toes underneath your heels. Press into the earth with fingertips. Take the hips high and back, downward dog. Feel free to take any movement you like here. You could do what I'm doing, where I'm just pedaling out one heel at a time down to the earth, finding that connection with the back of the leg, a nice long stretch. You're welcome to keep a generous bend in the knees here. And when you're ready, you can tiptoe to the top of your mat, taking little baby steps all the way. Keep pressing through those fingertips. And when you reach the top of your mat, just hang out here for a nice forward fold position, letting the head hang heavy. Generous bend in the knees still. And if you want a little bit more, we can take the hands and interlace them behind the back, pressing the knuckles to the sky, and find a beautiful chest expansion. Ensure that you're relaxing through the jaw here, maybe a little smile on the face. Breathe into this juicy stretch that you feel. Release the hands back to the earth. Find halfway lift. Slide the hands up the shins. Nice flat back inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Press down through the toes. Slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time until the head is above the shoulders. Shoulders are above the hips. Hips above the heels. Take another deep breath in. Rise the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Well done. Take a moment to close the feet together, big toes and heels touching. Find chair pose. So we lower down into a squat position, knees are pressing together. And now as you bring your hands, sweep them down, draw the shoulder blades back and elevate the heels on an exhale. So this is called aeroplane arms here. We rise up onto our tiptoes, pressing through all 5 toes in the ball of the foot. The next one, we're going to stay in that chair position, heels grounded, and we're going to shift the weight into our left foot, rising the right heel off the floor. Preparing for eagle arms, drop the hands, draw right under left, cross at the elbows, cross at the wrists. And if you want to take eagle legs, lift the right leg up and over the left. Curl the toes around behind the left shin if you can. Hold this pose and breathe. If you come out of it at any time, don't worry. It's a challenging position, I know. Go as low as you want to go. Squeeze the arms together. Lift the hands a little higher. We're breathing and we're here for 5. You can do this. 4, can we squeeze a little harder? 3, can you go a little lower? 2, stay with it. And 1, and release. Shake it out. Take a deep breath in. Hands rise to mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, hands to earth. Inhale, draw the hands up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, and on an inhale, roll to stand. Take your time as you come up, reach the arms up, hands through heart center. Let's prepare for set 2. Find your child's pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, float them down, lift the heels. See if you can sink a little bit lower. Extend the arms a little longer and really connect with your breath and your core. 1 or 2 more here. We keep the heels grounded on the next one. Shift the weight into your right foot, elevate the left heel, and now eagle arms, left arm under right, cross at the elbow, cross at the wrist, tighten it all up, And then if you want to add eagle legs, lift the left leg over the right thigh, maybe even take the toes around behind the calf muscle. Sink into this bind. So you're squeezing your knees together. You're squeezing your elbows and hands together. Maybe lift your gaze a little higher and breathe a little deeper. Sometimes a little smile on the face also helps. We don't need to take it too seriously. We're here for 3, 2, and shake it out. Deep breath in, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, hands to earth, step into high plank position. So feet are together, toes tucked under heels. Draw up through the thigh muscles. Tilt that tailbone down and underneath you. Draw or gather the rib cage together and press the earth away with extended fingertips. Slowly lower knees to floor, and from here we've got a couple of spinal rotations. So thread the needle. We inhale, reach the right arm to the sky. Exhale, scoop that right arm down and through, lowering down onto your right shoulder and ear. Keep pressing into the left fingertips and really get that T position as you take the right arm up. One more time on this side and come back to all fours. Take the left side, inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, drop down to shoulder and ear. Inhale, reach, twist, open, rinse through that mid-spine, and then scoop it through. One more time, really reach, make it your best one yet. And coming back to center. Tuck toes, find down dog. Keep a generous bend in your knees and really think about pressing the heels down and make your way to the top of the mat. So forward fold here. When you're ready, halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And on an inhale, roll to stand, reaching those fingertips to the sky and hands through heart center. Take your right leg behind you with aeroplane arms, toe tap here, and then lift into scale balance. As you toe tap the floor with your right toes, bend into your left knee like a single leg squat. We keep the upper body leaning forward, core strong, inhale to tap, exhale to lift. Draw those shoulder blades back towards the sky, soft elbows, and then lower your back toes to the floor for lunge. Go ahead and find your best lunge position and perform lunges here where we're bending both knees, but ensuring that the front knee doesn't go over the front set of toes. Core is strong, shoulders back and down, ears over shoulders. One or two more here, then we'll combine those two movements. So we're going to lean forward, find your aeroplane arms, and do your scale balance leg lift. Hands come to hips, toe tucks underneath you, and one lunge. So we're going through those two movements which we've just practiced, combining them together in a challenging balance sequence. Now the key here is your calm breath. Firm foundation through that left foot, particularly your left toes. You're almost there. And shake it out. Okay, take the left toes behind you, toe tap with aeroplane arms. Bend the right knee as you inhale and sink to tap the left toes down to the mat. Exhale, lift everything up to the sky so your back body is drawing you upwards as you perform the scale balance. Doing well here. A few more. Can you draw those shoulder blades together behind you more? And tucking the toes underneath you on the next one. Preparing for lunges, hands to hip. Deep breath in, bend the knees. Exhale, rise. Continue with your breath. So this sequence here should be very challenging on the front leg, or the leg that we're standing on the most. In this instance, it's the right leg that's doing a lot of the work here. Few more, stay with that lunge, and then we'll combine the two for our challenging balance sequence. When you're ready, find your aeroplane arms, lift the back leg, lean forward, and then go straight into your lunges. 1 scale balance, 1 lunge. And it is very normal for one leg to feel like it's easier or stronger or more balanced than the other. That's okay. We can acknowledge and recognize and continue to move through. All right, everyone, shake it out. We move on. Deep breath in, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, hands to the earth. Find high plank position. Hands are underneath our shoulders. Tuck the tailbone, zip up through that core. Hold strong and breathe deep here. We're moving into mountain climbers, where one knee comes between the hands or the shoulders and then goes back to tuck into high plank. Alternate sides and be wary of what your shoulders are doing here. We're not trying to move the shoulders forward and back. Continue with your breath, all in your own time, nice and slow and controlled. Keep moving, you're doing really well. Don't stop now, we're almost there. One more each side, and then we'll press back to our down dog. Generous bend in the knees, press through the fingertips. And when you're ready, you can take a bigger bend in the knees, look to the top of the mat, and now start to walk your hands back towards your feet and slowly roll to stand. Take a moment here to just turn around, find a squat position, and we're going to come to sit down on our mat, ready for core sequence. The first exercise in the core sequence is a static boat pose. So I'm going to show you the easiest version here, where we hold behind the knees and just lift the feet off the floor a little bit. Keep the spine long. Maybe you extend the palms to the sky. Maybe you hold the back of the calves. Maybe you come all the way into this challenging V-sit position. Think about that ear, shoulder, hip alignment. If you find yourself dumping down onto your lower back, take a deep breath and sit tall. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. 1. Release, cross the legs, turn around, and we have a bear plank posture. Tuck your toes underneath you, hands under shoulders, elevate the knees just ever so slightly off the mat. Gather the abs and breathe deep again. We're not here for too long, so stay with it. Find your best neutral spine. We're here for 3. Next is down dog. 2. 1. Press back into your down dog. Lengthen through the hamstrings and take your time to walk to the top of the mat for a yogi squat. So I like to take my feet wide, toes turned out. Either keep palms to the earth or hands in prayer pose, and then slowly make your way to seated position. We're going to lower down onto our back for our final part of the core sequence here. So take your time to articulate the spine, 1 vertebra at a time down to the mat. And then we're going to float our legs up to tabletop. So hands to the earth by our hips, shoulders down away from the ears. Float those feet to tabletop. And just ensure that you're gathering your abdominal wall into the center and back into the mat. Inhale, toe tap right leg to the mat. Exhale to bring it back to center. We alternate sides. Check that your low back is still in toward the mat. You're not elevating your shoulders. You can lift your head to look towards your feet if you would like to as well. Makes it a little harder on the upper core muscles. We're here for 3, 2, 1 more. Next is Pilates crunch. So interlace the fingers behind the head. Deep breath in as you lower down. Exhale, lift and crunch. Inhale, lower down. Continue with your breath and ensure that you're not changing the position of your tabletop legs. If this is too hard, you're welcome to pop your feet on the floor. Try to lift your head, shoulders, and upper back as one unit. 2 more, and then we move into our Pilates 100. Extend the fingertips to the top of the mat. Inhale, beat the hands toward the floor as if you're bouncing mini basketballs underneath your palms. Exhale, continue the beating of the arms. The core contraction is strong here. Lift your shoulder blades higher. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're almost there. Keep it going. Feel that fire in your powerhouse, your center, your core, your abs. 3, 2, 1. Release. Pelvic lift. Feet underneath your knees. Lift your hips as high as you can. And focus on a deep breath here as the arms rise overhead. Exhale, lower the hips to the floor. Keep the arms above the head. Inhale, bloat the tummy or breathe into the tummy. We're not trying to contract the core here. We're trying to work through the back body and give the front of the body a beautiful stretch and release. Continue to work with your breath. Let's take a deep inhale as we lift the hips, bloat the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Really good. We're coming up to the most important part of the practice, and that is Shavasana. So we'll do 1 or 2 more of these pelvic lifts. Then when you're ready, you can tuck the knees to chest, release the spine by having a little rock side to side, round and round, and then extending our arms down by our hips, palms to the sky, feet about mat distance apart, and come to a comfortable position for you. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Notice how your body feels after the movement today. No judgment, just awareness. If thoughts come, let them pass like clouds in the sky. 1 more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale completely. Gently blink your eyes open, take a long body stretch and come to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today. Happy training, and we'll see you next time.